What's up? It was 9. I started at 9 o'clock. We are rocking and rolling. Sorry for all this. I'm just waiting for people to show up. Yeah, how you guys doing? How's everybody doing? I'll wait for people to show up. Then I'll do the actual intro because I am a good person like that. No, I'm not a good person. How you guys doing? Let's get stuff started here. Da 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 da. Diddly daddly da. Da, 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 da. Who's there? It's the Jage. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you are lucky. It's actually sort of the pre-show right now, even though I'll just wait for one or two people to show.
Dally, we always make sure to make Dally feel as bad as possible. So now he's just like doing the pre-show stuff live.
Yeah, baby. Join Dolly Domofsky, Double Dash J.
Double Dash, yeah.
Cool. I like that. Quest. And Nerdy Crow as they discuss the true biggest news and games of the week.
I would have been here sooner, but my package just arrived that I was patiently waiting for.
Was it like the Kickstarter thing?
No. That was something different. This time I got the Superman Steelbook.
Oh, nice! That's sick. That is sick. That is what I like to call sick, my friends.
Sick.
Zach said he's hopping on.
Yeah. His power just came back. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just waiting for a couple more folks to hop on there. We've got a couple news bites that we're gonna go over, but I'll get to those in a bit here. Diddly doddly do, doodly dee, and yeah, of course, as I was getting everything ready, Chrome decided to Chrome. So that's kind of where we're at. Oh, there we go, Tyler.
Hey,
it's Tyler entered the studio.
I've also got purple headphones now.
Ooh, hey, and I like that shirt too. It's a cat.
Yeah, I literally was like, hey, let me have a different shirt than the one I'm wearing for the podcast. And this is what my wife picked out. So,
well, good. I have a Detroit Lions shirt on.
I got my Seahawks jersey on.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So they're animals. Yeah, sorry. I just hopped out of the shower, so I'm still a little moist. I might do a shirt change halfway through this. We'll wait for Zach. Zach is hopping on.
Oh, there he is.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, SideQuest entered the studio. All right, I will go ahead and do the intro because it's good. All right. We are live on the SideQuest, your weekly journey into the wonderful world of video games, video game culture, and food and beverages, and all the fun stuff. Thank you again to our friends at 5 Hour Energy. I am still sipping mine. JJ, have you had any of yours? Oh, there you go. Nice. Zach, have you gotten yours yet?
No. You told me I'm going to get some. I don't believe you.
Uh-oh. He said he was sending it out. We'll see.
Beat him up.
Hopefully I send it to the right Abilene address. There's a chance I may have sent it to the wrong address. We'll see. Which would be great.
Somebody's just like, oh, wow, what's 5 Hour Energy?
Yeah, somebody's like, what the heck is this? Yeah, so is it uh-oh. I'll message you separately. Hopefully this is the right address. Oh boy, that would be really funny if it's not.
Message me right now. We can confirm it.
I'm messaging you on the DMs, and if it isn't, then, is that correct?
That's where I live.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. I wrote 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, so I'm really hoping that's where it shows up.
Yeah, that's where I live, down here in Texas.
The SideQuest. I'm Dolly Domofsky. Joining me, JJ, Tyler.
All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Get out of
there. half in there, half in the bag. And Zach. What's up, my lovely friends? First of all, I do want to say thank you again to our Patreon sponsors. Thank you to the Executive Punctified. Truly wonderful person. You can find them everywhere at PUNKDEFIED. Take a second right now. Find them on. Let's go to Blue Sky. Go to Blue Sky and search for Punctified. PUNKDEFIED.busky.social or whatever. Bisky. Add them in right now. They have been doing a wonderful job of supporting us as the executive level. So there you go. Thank you to our producers.
That's so rude, by the way. He follows me, but I don't follow him.
Dude. Oh no. Well, that you have corrected it, hopefully.
Oops.
Thank you to our producers, Jeffrey Grubb, Exagenous, Zero the Prototype, and Stefan Swanland. You guys are beautiful. You actually are beautiful people. You're into the Discord. You're causing a ruckus in there, and we love you. And great people. I've hung out with 3 of those 4 people, and I won't tell you which ones. No, it's everyone except for Stefan. Heavens, yet.
All right.
Yet it's gonna happen. I guarantee.
I was gonna say you need to fix that.
I do need.
I
to
don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a Patreon tier thing right there.
That's
Just
right.
hang out with Dolly for a day.
Oh, I like that. That's good. I will fly out to you for $1,200 and a roll of butter.
Doesn't he live close to you?
No, he's not. He is in another state altogether. That is, I think if I remember correctly, it is an 18.5-hour drive to where he would. Not that I've mapped it out, but I've mapped out.
Where does he live?
You have to go
Texas.
Kind of around.
Let's just say it live on the internet. His full address.
I mean, I'm not gonna say we're 42418. No,
I'm gonna ask him.
There you go. We have a terrific show for today. I hope it's a terrific show. That we're gonna have a good time chatting about all kinds of good stuff. We have some news to cover. We have games that we've been playing, and do we have some good games that we've been playing. And it's good stuff. It's good times, good stuff, good things. How are y'all doing?
I taught my kid to curse yesterday on accident, so that's fun. I dropped an S bomb, and then here she goes, just, shit.
Shit. Hell yeah. Your kid sounds cool as hell.
Yeah, right. That's fantastic. Yeah, they're definitely the kind of kid that I'd want to hang with now.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Once they learn that, there's no going back. There you go. But no.
Zero going back.
Dally's Pim from Smiling Friends now.
Yep.
I asked Stefan where he lived, and he said with my parents. So.
Oh, that's actually a terrific response. You know what? Good job, Stefan. Good job. I'm very tired. I had a DJ gig on Sunday night that lasted until 11, and I
always say, hardest working retired DJ.
Every time you do one of these, you say that's your last one. You're like,
I only have one more. I only have one more booked because I have not been. I have been taking any. Yeah, one more booked, and it's a grad party next summer. So it's for a friend of mine, their kid. So so I'm very tired. So I didn't get a chance. So my goal was to get home. I got home at 12 something, and then by the time I went to bed and got everything ready for the next day, it was already 1, and I wake up at 5:40, so it's not fun. Tired all day yesterday. I got some gaming in, which is good, but my plan was to go to bed early yesterday, thinking that my Detroit Lions right here were going to get blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm like, they're gonna lose. I was okay going in with the loss, so I'm not worried. I'll go to sleep at halftime. No, my boys won. America's team won, and I love it. So I stayed up late, so I'm extra tired today. But I will say I played a game that I'm going to talk about in my review here in a little bit. That
skipping over everything else.
Let's just go.
Whatever. Right to games.
Oh, we got a couple news bites. So a couple news bites.
Well, here's how I'm doing, Dolly. Thanks for asking.
I was just about to say I was getting my pen ready to go to point down to you.
The electricity went out an hour ago. That was scary. I was sitting there, freaking out. I mean, not really freaking out in the first world problems. Oh no.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
have to play
The
I'm gonna have to play,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, I'm gonna have to play video games by candlelight like the pilgrims
No.
did.
No, I was like, oh, I was like,
be
I'm
fair,
gonna have to go.
To be fair, I probably would have panicked, but that's because like it's literally like the year anniversary of like the big hurricane that like hit around
Oh,
here,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like our local Facebook page is like doing like a week of remembrance thing, and I am just like, yeah, no, if the power went out, I might have actually freaked out a little bit. Been like, wait,
Oh,
what's
geez.
going on?
So the electricity went out, and then I was like, oh, the rapture's here, and then I was like,
It's right. It
I need
happened.
to
It literally happened.
I need to go check the electrical box. It was fine. Then I was like, gotta find candles. Then I was like, guess I'm gonna go grab my like light to read a book while I wait for this to come back. And then right when I sat down, it came back on. I was like, cool.
Mm,
But besides that, I'm good.
okay.
If I
Besides
disappear, God smite me down.
The rapture, baby.
The
Yep.
rapture, baby.
Rapture 2025 represent.
Can't wait till Rapture
back.
2026.
Yeah, that's yeah, exactly.
We've all just been trying to hit the high of 2012. Like
we're
it's
so
just downhill after that in terms of like
No,
that
dude,
kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
They made
the craziest one,
movies.
the
Assassin's
craziest
Creed.
one was 2006. It was like,
Okay.
was it January, February, March, April, May, June 6, 2006? It was 666. That
Yeah,
was
that was the good
that
one.
was a big one. That was like a
Yeah.
very
Oh,
stressful.
yeah.
It was a very stressful day for a young Christian Zach in school. I was freaking out. I was like, oh no.
Oh goodness. And Jage, how you doing?
I'm
I
doing
might as well
fine.
ask you.
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. I celebrated Batman Day on Saturday, as any good bat-fearing American would.
By getting a Superman Blu-ray disc.
Yeah, no, that was today.
That was
Saturday,
today.
I bought, Saturday, I bought Batman comics.
Okay.
What you
Okay.
do.
Did you buy the new Batman run that's like the alt cover? That's the absolute one. Is that what
Yeah,
you bought?
yeah,
or-
I got two of the Batman Day alt covers. They had a foil reprint of #1 and this big like 5 times size work in progress edition of Absolute #1.
Okay.
It's just massive and it's just black and white, like at the original inks. Like
Damn.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book.
Is it as big as the Bruce Wayne in Absolute? He's like 400 pounds, 6'5".
Yeah. I mean,
Fucking
it's
massive.
yeah. It is the equivalent of Absolute Bruce.
Nice. Absolute Bruce. Okay.
Read Absolute Batman. Read
we're
the Absolute
gonna-
Batman.
Yeah,
I was
we're
trying to
gonna
see
have
if any games came out on June 6, 2006, but I can't find anything.
we're gonna have to do we've been talking about we're gonna have to do a podcast solely based on the comics. We've gotten a lot of comics that came in for
Yeah,
for review. So
I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll have to, the three of us will have to just kind of sit down and just go through all these comics one day because there's a lot. There's a lot of cool ones. So yeah, definitely we'll check that out. Okay, let's get into a little bit of some news. It is the Tokyo Game Show. Thank God show. I don't know. TGS, and there's a lot of stuff breaking right now, but there was something that happened yesterday. Or very early in the morning, I guess one might say. And that was our good friend and really fan of the show, Hideo Kojima, debuted more information for his upcoming OD game, Overdose, or whatever you want to call it, OD. And the teaser is called Knock. He said Knock. And let me mute this sucker right there. And yeah, Knock is a horror looking game. What was the tagline they said at the end, JJ? It was like for screamers or something.
Yeah, for what was it? For
squirters.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. For screamers.
Screamers and squirters. There you go.
Yeah. Just as it was for all players and screamers.
Yeah.
That's right. We're all players and screamers.
Players and squirters. Let's go.
So yeah, this thing, don't really know what to think about this sucker, except that it looks like he wants to do a horror movie. There's weirdly enough, like Black Phone 2 is coming out very shortly here. This has some of the vibes. I don't know. I felt like it had some of the vibes of that, especially with some of the voice stuff from
Here's
this.
the thing. When
Yeah.
you get Kojima and his friends who are all just movie people,
Yeah,
it's going
yeah,
to it's going to look like movies.
Yep.
Yep.
Like,
No,
It's just going to be a
I'm
slideshow of like what movies have he have really
Has he-
caught his interest
Yeah.
recently.
it's gonna be like like in Final Fantasy 16, like they have like the lore pop up and you like go into like a alternative screen and like
Oh,
see
yeah.
it's like
yeah.
it's like it'll have like a scene and then you can like go into that and it shows you the movie that's from. It'll be like, okay, so this is from this movie at this time, you know.
I
No,
Gives you a link to the streaming service that it's on.
I love the weird little like gameplay pause
Mhm.
that they do when striking the matches. It's like
Yeah. You could tell where that is.
so what's cool to me is Kojima said that knock is like his thing. So it's like
Yeah.
OD knock, and then
Mhm.
like each creative afterwards is gonna have their own like title. So is it all gonna be like horror, or is it all gonna be like little
Yeah.
short, like interstitial, like Jordan Peele wanted to make a mecha anime. Like, okay, here's like what's it gonna be? I think that's really cool. To like have a guy like Kojima who has all this like experience making these things
Sure.
and is like allowing other directors to come into his like playroom and be like, I'll help you create whatever. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then just do it. Like that's just really awesome.
Yeah, so many like guys, like Hollywood guys, have like wanted to get into games, but it's kind of a hard thing to like as a film director to just like jump into, because like Spielberg has tried on multiple occasions to like Medal of Honor he's executive producer of the original Medal of Honor, and then what was a Boom Blocks on the Wii was a Steven Spielberg game. Like he wants
Halo.
Kojima needs to befriend Spielberg to get like his truest vision in game form out there.
And it did also seem like some of the marked out stuff in the trailer was kind of alluding to maybe his past experience with PT and Silent Hill, because it was straight up like 10 years since censored, and I'm like, I know, buddy, I know. We finally got Silent Hill back. I would have loved to have seen your version.
Yep.
I
So,
mean, we're gonna get it. I mean, this is gonna be what Silent Hills was at the end of the day, probably.
Yeah. This is what
if
he was
they
gonna
ever
make.
do repair that relationship, that would be one of the biggest like upsets in gaming. I think. Like,
yeah, great. They just put out his Metal Gear Solid remake. Yeah, he's totally back, baby.
Yeah,
he's so happy about it. I bet he's had so many nice words to say about that remake. Oh, man.
Right.
I was worried that they were gonna like only mention him once or twice, but they made sure that his name is everywhere again.
They kept the original credits, I'm pretty sure. And
yeah, they did. Yeah.
And this is being published by Xbox Game Studios and using Unreal Engine because they can't use
Decima.
Yeah, they can't use Decima or whatever it's called. Did I call it Gorilla? I meant Decima, whatever. It is Gorilla, right? Decima is the Gorilla.
Yeah,
it's their Gorilla. Yeah, Gorilla is the one that made it originally for Horizon.
Yeah, okay.
And then Decima is Kojima's like version of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some interesting
did they
lore.
rename it for? Okay, I didn't realize they renamed it.
There's some interesting lore here, if anyone is curious. So the Dutch and the Japanese were trading partners back in the day, like when Japan was very isolationist, right? And then Guerrilla is a Dutch studio, Kojima's Japanese. There's a port that the Dutch would trade through in Japan called Tejima, I think. So Decima is a play on that port, that trade port that they used to use back in. Yeah, that's just how Kojima works. By the way, if you see a word in anything he's done, you Google it, you'll find shit about it, and you're like, oh, okay. So
that works.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned it is getting published by Xbox, and it's going to be on everything because good old Phil Spencer came out and said, yeah, by the way, we're gonna make sure that this gets to all the players at Xbox serves, which is everybody.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to note that it's everybody because as we found out, these suckers ain't going to be selling Xboxes anymore because they're raising their prices again.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy, howdy.
Oh boy.
Here's the math, baby. Here's the math. No, I won't go through the wonderful math there. The Series S, it was launched at, let me zoom in here for y'all. Launched at $299 in 2020.
So cheap, dude. That's crazy.
It's an X, dude. It is up to $400 now. The
God.
1 terabyte Series S is now $449. It's the amount of a Switch. It's like the digital Series X launched in 24 at $449. It's now $150 more. $150 more. If that's not bad enough, look at this guy here. The 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition launched last year at $600. $800.
$800.
$800. I'm gonna let me
$799 US dollars.
Let me say one thing. We're never actually going to see these prices because no new Xboxes are going to come into the US because no one's buying these things. It's done. It's cooked.
It's wild, and like a part of it is like, what can you do? Because I know the tariff situation is really bad for everybody right now, but also you're Microsoft. Like I get Xbox is probably like they probably have a budget that's like way smaller than like Microsoft's enterprise stuff, but still.
Oh, sure. Right. It's bizarre because we actually, I think Kotaku posted today. I was mentioning it. They no longer apparently sell Xboxes in Costco. Like you can't find Xbox hardware or physical games in Costco, which is really weird. This obviously comes on the heels of like, what was it last year? Walmart started pulling some Xbox physical games, and
I always look at the video game stuff whenever I'm at Costco, and I haven't seen the Xbox stuff in there in a while.
Yeah,
they only my Costco only carries Nintendo stuff at this point.
my Costco has Nintendo and PlayStation, and I should know this because I just became a Costco member. So we went in the other day and got some mums for like $17. So there you go.
Hell yeah,
but yeah, they're like, you know what? Forget it. We're done with Xbox. We're not. It's sad when a major warehouser like Costco just stops selling your product. Like, just not even have it online, and that's the issue. It's like they're not even online.
Hey, did you all see the shoes that Costco is going to be selling?
I saw those. You posted those.
The Costco dunks that look like sweatpants.
Yep. We're just gonna put this right over Zach's face, which is perfect.
What's funny to me, right, is I like Costco and like a lot of these like big like bulk selling stores, basically like they probably make a lot more money off of like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering than they do on like any consoles. So like I don't know why they would carry them anyways.
I was gonna say like any physical retailer at this point. I'm kind of. I mean, I guess you need something for like the parents and the grandmothers that need to buy a console at Christmas. But
to be honest, like it makes sense because Costco never just sells the system. They always get some sort of weird proprietary Costco bundle that is like, this is like makes no sense. It's always like a random game that's not Mario Kart or it's like you get Kirby, you get like like half of a Joy-Con, and like
that reminds me of the PS5 bundle that I got like right at the height of like, you know, stock issues for the PS5 that was like Returnal and MLB The Show 24, 25 or whatever, and I'm like MLB still in the shrink wrap somewhere.
Still not as bad as the PS4 launch bundle with fucking Watch Dogs.
I remember.
Legion, was that what that one was? Or was it
Legion's the third one. 2 was good. I enjoyed 2.
It was so like on the launch PS4, Watch Dogs 1 was like a launch title and they bundled it. And that's the one that I got. So I remember vividly being like, "Oh my god, can we play this PS4 game? It's going to be so cool." And it's like, "What the hell is this shit?"
Yeah, and they're I don't know what Xbox is going to do here. I know they got that ROG Ally thing coming out, but I don't know.
That thing's expensive too. It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
There's no
We
price.
still don't know. We still don't know the actual price of that thing.
Coming
and
out
we
in like
won't-
3 weeks,
Yeah.
and there's
Like,
no price.
why would I wait to buy something I don't know the price of that I'm probably not going to like when I could just go get a Steam Deck right now?
You know-
Which is on sale.
You know.
Oh, hey, I need to
You
get
know.
one then.
Yep.
You know, shit's
20% off.
dire when it's like there's no option to pre-order a piece of gaming hardware.
Anywhere. Man, I don't even know. It's just like waving the white flag. Like, you should have just cleared these out. You should just clear these out and say we're done making hardware for now. We'll come back in a couple years instead of going the route of let's jack up the price and all these things, brother. No one's buying these, and this will kill
high.
and this
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, like it
This
was
is
like one thing where
killing
like
the Xbox
Sony was
brand.
like $50 or something.
Mhm.
Like that sucks, but also like I guess $50. I mean, yeah, it's like in some cases we're looking at hundreds of dollars. Like, what are you talking about?
It's just bonkers. It's bonkers. It is indicative. We are at the point right now where gaming hardware costs less
Yeah.
at launch than it does 5+ years later. So I'm telling everybody right now,
Yeah.
if you don't have a Switch 2, buy it because
I-
that sucker's going to go up eventually, like an extra $50 here or there over the next few months. If you don't have one by Christmas, go throw money down ASAP and pick one up because I can see
Yeah.
the new year prices
It's
on those
also-
things and more.
I had to be
price like
I had to be in the office last week to train a new hire, and I was talking to a friend of mine there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it must be nice to have a Switch too." And I'm like, "Dude, you've got to get one now because it is going
Yeah.
to go up in price
Yeah.
soon." Like,
and you
It's
ain't gonna get
also-
Mario
yeah.
Kart with it.
It's also super insulting with the Xbox price hike where they haven't and couldn't say anything as an
Yeah.
excuse as to why this is worth it or why you should
Macroeconomic
buy
shit.
it or
Yeah.
like you're raising the price, but
Yeah,
like-
at least say you know what, we're gonna throw in a year of a year of Game Pass, or you're
Yeah.
gonna give you
give
these games for free or
just
something.
fucking
Just
preload it
Yeah.
with the launch games, like the games
Yeah.
that you're not
Yeah.
making money on anymore.
Halo Infinite is gonna get a new lease on life. It's the worst.
they missed their chance to ship them with Silk Song preloaded on them.
Oh
Like,
my god! Remember, do you remember how much of a big deal they made at Gamescom? And they're like, Silk Song is gonna be playable on the ROG Ally day one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You
if the
remember-
ROG Ally comes out in 4 years, and
also
Silk Song 3 is now.
yeah,
It's also just a computer. Like, shut
Right.
up.
Yeah, legit. Oh man,
No, their best
Playing Silk Song right now.
their best foot forward here is to take all the extra stock they have, pay a group of like 10 guys to scrap everything,
Yeah,
and then they take the GPUs and the CPUs and then they use those to make a handheld. That is their
There you
best
go.
option forward.
Yeah.
bad idea. Bad idea.
and it's like, why?
You
Like,
can just
great, a
do it
handheld that
locally,
runs Windows. Like, why are you trying to like keep me away from it? I work in
Right.
IT. Like, I have Stockholm syndrome with Windows. I can't get
Well-
away from it.
Well, the thing that's crazy to me is there's that rumor of like the Xbox box that's like a Steam OS box.
Yeah.
That they're going to do. So clearly they can't do an Xbox branded Steam Deck. So like every decision that Xbox makes just doesn't make any sense. Like
Mm-mm.
they never plan ahead. There's no future plan. They don't even have games either. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's just so bizarre to me that a company that has billions of dollars and amazing studios are just like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's not just Xbox; it is Microsoft at large. Because like
Right.
I see their crap, everywhere. Both in my personal life and in my job, and it's like, quit
And-
shoving Copilot down our
Yeah.
throats. Quit
Oh,
like
God.
changing weird stuff in Outlook. Like,
I think
oh
that's
my god, the
also-
new Outlook sucks so bad, dude.
It's so
Don't get me
bad. It's
started.
so bad.
I think also that's sort of the elephant in the room is that the Xbox brand is kind of really hard to shove Copilot into. So why would they give a shit? Like, that's
But
not
they
what
are sure trying. They are sure.
Maybe I
trying.
can order a pizza with Copilot on my Xbox.
Well, you can order.
I ordered Pizza Hut with Kinect once.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
that's right. Yeah,
you
there
can
go.
order
You
a
set up.
pizza through a mod in Elder Scrolls Oblivion,
Yes.
and you can order Pizza Hut like through a mod if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So you don't need an Xbox with Copilot, man. You can
Yeah.
just put a
I
mod
just-
in your game.
Like, and yeah, man, I don't know. So
Mhm.
they don't look at trends either. They don't see
Hell no.
what people
Nope,
want.
not at all.
They try to do that Homer Simpson thing of like they'll like what I tell them to like
Yeah.
every time.
They really
And
missed their freaking
how do you fumble?
that streaming.
Yeah.
They
How do you
missed the streaming.
fumble out of Xbox 360 this hard and just never
Oh God,
like
yeah.
right the boat? Like because the
Woo.
360 was just such a beautiful ecosystem, man. It
I-
had everything.
Just re-release it. Just re-release the 360.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or repackage the Xbox Series and call it the Series 360.
Series 360, give me blades. Let
Yeah,
me
man.
Oh my god.
Easy
How does the
win.
Xbox UI keep getting worse?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything past the original Blades is bad. Like even like the later 360 iterations were like
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah.
You can look at the foot of your avatar. Do you guys
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
And it's weird because like exclusives are kind of going the way of the dodo. Like Nintendo's the only one that can get away with it now because even Sony is like putting their stuff out on PC and on Xbox. I think occasionally, I think they have something.
Helldivers.
Yeah, there we go. Helldivers. Like what came out on Xbox, but it feels especially bad for Xbox to just literally just be like, whatever, it's going to be on PlayStation. Like everything they've announced that I have actually been like, maybe I would buy an Xbox to play that. It's like, I wait like 6 months and it's on PlayStation, like Indiana Jones. So
there is one game that would make me buy an Xbox, and it's Lost Odyssey.
Oh man, just package it with Lost Odyssey.
Come here.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Xbox has their showcase tomorrow, I think, at TGS.
Woohoo!
Cool.
Oh wow, a TGS showcase from Xbox. That's gonna have something.
Xbox is notoriously great market for the Xbox.
Guys,
they're gonna show games that are coming to Xbox games that are coming to everybody else's platform.
Don't be talking shit because Dragon Quest 12 could show up at this because they showed off Dragon Quest 12 at an Xbox showcase.
Yeah, they did.
The first announcement of it.
Yeah.
So Dragon Quest 12 could be there tomorrow.
And so I guess if Atlas is like weird like stuff with Microsoft where they just everything is announced at Xbox of it, that carries over to the Japanese side. And maybe we can see more Persona 4, maybe. Probably not, but
Blue Dragon 2. Let's go, baby.
Ew.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, screw you. Not to that, but the anywho, let me do that. There we go. Clear that sucker out. Okay, so we've talked about Kojima on Xbox. Yeah, our good friend. We talked about Xbox, and now we're going to talk a little bit about Sony having a state of play tomorrow, which we're going to see Xbox games probably.
Yeah,
yeah.
Halo finally.
Oh my god, that'd be great if they announced a Halo.
Oh man, that would be.
I'm telling y'all, it's coming.
Wolverine?
I feel it. I feel it.
By the way, did you guys like that? How I made this sucker?
Yes, you stole my joke and made a post out of it.
I made it much better. I even said, check out our YouTube or their YouTube, Twitch, and COVIDs happening tomorrow. It's
wow.
Yeah, I snuck enough in there.
The deep state is here, boys. Get used to
deep
it.
state of play. The deep state of play. Anyways, yeah. So there, Saros is that Housemarque game that's going to be sort of the forefront.
Yeah.
We all thought it was like a Returnal sequel, but it's its own thing ish.
God, Returnal was so cool, man.
Yeah. I just said that I got Returnal with my PS5, but I only played a little bit of it, maybe an hour or two, and I didn't go back to it.
It's still one of the best PlayStation
Dude.
5 games.
Yeah.
That game story is insane.
It's-
That is
I
like
should go
it is
once I get
so
through this
good.
October rush. Maybe I'll dig it up.
I didn't bother playing it. I just like watched videos about the story. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
It also runs
it's
very
nuts.
well on the Steam Deck.
Yep. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Some people think that Wolverine is going to show up, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
about
well,
time,
everybody
like,
thinks
just give
everything
more-
will show up for this
Everybody always
because
thinks everything will show up.
Final
I've seen the
Fantasy
clown
9
makeup.
remake, Final Fantasy 7 Part 3,
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But let's talk about games that we have been playing. And I listed in our private chat. Thank you guys for giving me your games. Since JJ didn't give me
I
anything
did
in
it.
the private chat, we're not talking to him.
Well, you
but
know
I do
full
wanna-
well that one of the games I'm playing is the same.
You guys
thing
hear
you're
something?
playing.
Yes. Which I will talk about that one because I got the review code first. No, we're gonna start with Zach because
Oh, sweet.
I wanna Zach get lit. Zach got
Woo.
some physical stuff.
Yeah, so this is just how it works in the biz for people who aren't in the biz. You get an email from people that are like, hey, we got this thing, it's gonna come out, and you go, can I have some? They're like, yeah, sure. So the company Voodoo Ranger, it's a beer company, they were like, hey, there's a Borderlands beer coming out. I was like, cool, can I get some? They're like, yeah, here you go, free beer. It was cool. And it's literally just their normal, like it's no Borderlands branding period. It's just the normal like beer.
So is it like the box that has the border?
The box
Yeah,
the box is branded, but that's really it. Like, and you can
Okay, yeah.
scan it, and you can scan the QR code, and you have a chance to win the game or get a shift code, which shift codes are these codes that they give out that you get golden keys inside the game that it can only be opened. There's like chests in the game that have like a higher chance of dropping rare loot, and they're these codes you can only get from like Randy on Twitter. Like he'll post them. That's where you can get them essentially, or you can get them by scanning your this.
It sounds
you
like
get-
all the free double XP that I could have gotten from Call of Duty from all the Mountain Dew I drink.
But yeah, they sent that to me. Very nice people. I've been drinking them. Thank you. They taste good.
Just
Thank you.
nonstop drinking them.
Yeah. So I think this is our first beer review, right? I don't think we've ever reviewed a beer.
Not review. Yeah, we've drank.
Yeah.
We've bought
Oh
some beer.
yeah.
We've had a snack quest or two for sure, but
But yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, so I wasn't planning on. This is kind of funny now that I'm talking about it. So I wasn't planning on playing Borderlands 4 yet because there's a lot of games coming out this month, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm grinding a lot of competitive games. I'm just like playing Kingdom Hearts, whatever. So I didn't really plan on buying Borderlands 4, but I got really drunk off of these beers and I bought Borderlands 4. So
Wow.
Randy.
Randy
Wow.
is working his magic.
Hi-oh.
And yeah, so I bought the game.
There he is.
I
Can't get away
this
from him.
guy. I hate this guy.
Did I ever tell you the story where I showed like a picture of him and he's like, he looks like he would like visit the Magic Castle in California, and I was like, oh, do I have a story for you, my friend?
There's this
He
picture of
owns
him.
the Magic Castle.
There's this picture of him like squatted on the bathroom floor, like some public restroom floor, and it's just like it's the image I use whenever I call someone a cuck. I'm like, this is you. And it's like, because it just looks like he's just like, I'm ready to get peed on. Anyways,
I still can't get over the flash drive he left in
Yeah.
the medieval times. That's
Yeah.
an all-timer story right there.
I'm so shocked that he didn't get any trouble for it. That's just
Right?
kind of crazy.
Everything.
But yeah, so I got drunk, bought Borderlands 4, and yeah, this game's really fun. It's I played Borderlands 1 and 2, and then I just kind of stopped paying attention because I was
Mhm.
not in high school anymore. And so I just kind of avoided it, like not avoided it, but just like I see something and like roll my eyes, this is cringe, whatever. So Borderlands 4, when I saw the gameplay for it, I was like, hey, this looks awesome. And then they showed story stuff,
Mhm.
and I was like, this doesn't look like Reddit cringe anymore. This is cool. And then there are people that I like on Twitter, like Zalavir, strange scaffolding guy. He wrote on this, And also I kind of came around on this kind of Borderlands humor because there's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast by Anthony Birch called Dungeons and Daddies, and it's an amazing podcast. It made me cry. But it made me kind of come around on Anthony Birch and kind of be like, maybe Reddit humor isn't too bad, you know? So that definitely lent me more to being like, maybe Borderlands is for me. But going into this one, from everything I've heard from actually hardcore fans who've been playing the games for forever, are like, hey, this is actually the first good one in like 10 years. So I kind of jumped in on the right one. But they've changed a lot of stuff apparently. And the writing is actually not really cringe either. It's really like kind of serious and dark story. There's some jokes and stuff, some like skibbity toilets are in there, you know, but not as like overt like butt stallion like Reddit epic bacon, you know, stuff. But yeah, it feels really good to play. Shooting feels awesome. Characters are cool. Once you beat the game, you can start a new character and automatically level it up to the end game, so you can kind of like farm stuff with that. Yeah, it's just cool. I don't think it's worth $70, not right now.
Real fans will play that though.
Real fans, as the CEO Randy Pitchford said, real fans would pay even $80. But yeah, it's definitely cool. I think give it a bit to buy it because it's rough, but it's fine for me because I have a PC rig that can run it. I can add 4 times frame generation and do all this stuff that shouldn't be needed to make a game run. But you know, I'm able to play it, so it's fine for me. But yeah, on console, it's in a pretty bad state. There's a memory leak people have found, so you have to restart the game every hour or so.
An hour's really quick because I know some games with bad memory leaks like Skyrim or whatever, but no, an hour is real bad.
That's like 7 beers. 7 of those IPAs.
Yeah. So, and Randy has gone on Twitter and talked about that too. Like, just hang with us and restart the game. And then people on Twitter are like, yeah, me and my boys are playing together. Hold on, we have to restart our game and like get back on. So yeah, it's just funny. If you're not aware of Randy Pitchford, look up Duval Magic on Twitter. Have some fun. He's just a freak. I don't know, man. He's literally the CEO of a company, and he acts like, I don't know. He acts like Elon Musk, but like not a Nazi. You know, just like
weird.
Just like a real bona fide nerd, like a real bona fide dweeb. Yeah. Instead of being like a bad dweeb, he's a dweeb, you know? He's just like,
but and he's still not cool, but like he thinks that he's cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
He badly needs a PR person to step in because it's actually, I hate this.
I think his wife is a PR person. Well, it's actually the thing.
Well, I think it's kind of, I hate to say it, it's kind of endearing that like the CEO of a company is actually replying to fans because you don't see that at all. Like they'll stay at arm's length at best. But it's
endearing, but then you see what he says.
It's like, you could probably phrase a few things a little bit better, or you could just say, hey, sorry, we're working on stuff.
The problem with rephrasing things a little better is that would mean that he didn't mean it the way he said it. And he absolutely means it the way he says it every time.
No, but it's a double-edged sword.
He is on Twitter giving people customer support.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, these are the settings you need to run. But if your computer can't do it, you need to get a better one. Like that's basically what he's saying.
Which is funny because that's exactly what you guys tell me in the Discord whenever I can't run anything. Get a better computer, dumbass. Why are you still on that old Intel?
Or like when you're like, oh, I can't use my Sony Portal or whatever, and Taylor and I are like, buy a real router instead of using whatever you were using, and then you did
the Xfinity router.
Yeah.
And I didn't
work.
Yeah, he bought a real one. He's like, oh, whoa, you know, it's like whatever. Anyways, I poured my beer into this Dallas Cowboys cup I stole from work.
I was gonna say, so how does the beer taste? Hey, it's just their standard IPA that they branded with the Borderlands. Hey,
Blair.
it's
He's showing up.
it's just called the IPA. Yep.
Okay.
It's good. I like this brand a lot.
Okay.
Which is the only reason why I even replied to their email, be like, "Hey, we got Borderlands beer," because normally I'd be like,
"Yeah,
fuck you, I don't care." But I was like, I like that beer, so
they're always at PAX. And they have like the lounges at PAX, and they do a good job of promotion there. So
they sold it at the grocery store I used to work at, and it was a pretty bougie little grocery store that mostly catered to tourists. And I remember seeing that a lot to the point where I kind of got flashbacks, and you were like, "Oh yeah, it's the Voodoo Ranger." That I'm like, "Oh
yeah, no, it's like the funny thing is, if you go on Reddit and you look into beer stuff, Voodoo Ranger is the Reddit beer. Everyone
Okay.
So it's really popular.
It's the old retired Florida tourist beer to me.
No, it's super popular, and it's like also so popular that people are like, yeah, it's bad because it's so popular. Yeah. But it's definitely a Reddit beer, which is why it's really funny that Borderlands and this beer came together. Yeah, it's very I don't know if they're aware of it, but I hope they are.
They have they always have a really nice rooftop outdoor bar at PAX West. It always takes like 45 minutes to get into said bar, but it's nice.
Oh, story about how I got this cup.
Okay.
So at my work, I work at a TV station of ABC and NBC.
He got Jimmy Kimmel fired. Like just him. Legit.
Just him personally.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with the other stuff. It was the old Charles Barkley skit.
It was me. I sent an email to the CEO Perry Sook. I said, "Yo, listen, this guy.
Have you seen this guy in the show called The Guy Show? The guy. What was it called? The Man Show. The Man Show. That was what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a lot of just things around the TV station. There's like old things for like the NFL season or Saturday Night Live or whatever TV show, whatever. So I moved offices. I'm in a shared office now. And my office mate, he's had this cup on his desk ever since he moved in there. It was just there when he got the office. He's just been putting pins in it. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to take that cup. And he said, okay. And then that's how I got this cup. So there you go.
Listen here, Poindexter.
Not really stolen. He gave you permission.
He gave you permission to take the cup that wasn't his to begin with.
Yeah.
But hey, it was on his desk when he inherited it. It became his. And then he gave it back.
Technically, it's my office too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you didn't call dibs on the desk. The cup was on.
Yeah.
And it says Miller Lite on the back. That's not what this drink is.
Beer crime occurring.
Beer crime. I'm going to talk a little bit about a game that I've been playing. So I've been playing a couple games, actually. Let me talk about the first one. The first one is an adventure game. So I'm going to start the story this way. I've complained about it in the past. I have a considerable drive into the office. It's about an hour and a half to an hour, 40 minutes to get to work and around 2 hours to get home. So I have about almost 4 hours a day, 4 of these suckers. If these are hours, I have 4 of them to get into and out of the office, right? I don't listen to regular, talk radio or music because I've heard the same songs a million times. Podcasts, apart from the SideQuest, I don't listen to any other podcasts. There isn't any other podcasts. So I've been listening to audiobooks. Zach has recommended quite a few awesome ones. So I've been plowing through some of those. And then I got the urge over the summer to hop into some Agatha Christie stuff. I'm like, Agatha Christie, I've always been curious about Agatha Christie. And I know Knives Out is, so much of it is based on Agatha Christie's work thematically and just right down to details and stuff. And so I thought I'm gonna grab a couple Agatha Christie books through my local library. So I have, and they're wonderful. The really cool thing about Agatha Christie detective books, the way that she writes, and I've gone through a few of them already. is that they're almost like interactive in that you get thrown. So Hercule Poirot, I don't even know how to pronounce Hercule Poirot, the detective hero,
Yeah.
is getting. Yeah, there you go. Is getting clues. He's getting conversation. He's like figuring stuff out. And while I'm driving, I'm figuring things out in my head. It's like, oh, he spoke to this person and they said this thing. I think that's going to be a clue. I'm going to remember that later on. It's almost like these cool interactive stories. I think that's why people liked her works, so much in the past. So, cut to like this past week, I think Friday, I get an email that says, here's your code for Agatha Christie Death on the Nile. The review date, it goes live on Tuesday. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so I'm like, all right, let's try this sucker out. So I cycled back to yesterday, and I sat home playing video games while I was watching my Detroit Lions win. And I was playing Agatha Christie Death on the Nile on the Steam Deck. And JJ, you and I have kind of talked a little bit about the previous one, which was Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
So this game and both these games they're adventure games, and they're sort of the detective style where you're kind of walking into areas and you're interrogating people, and then you get almost like a mind map of clues and notes. And it's like, okay, this person has this job and this is their secret and this is their motive. Okay, cool. And then you find out something later and you could change this. And then you have the different aspects of this mind map as Hercule is walking around and talking, investigating people and picking up objects and there's some like light action sequences, doing certain things that you can start to really fill out this mind map. I love mind maps. Like, I'm going to pull the back there. Look at that. These are all my sticky notes, my living mind map. So a game like that really appeals to me. Now that's all like, it's like secondary. It's a secondary from a gameplay mechanic, because you really are sort of walking around in 3D in this game, but it's the primary source of how you figure out these puzzles. So you're thrust onto this steamer. It's interesting because it's the original Death in the Nile was like 1930s, written around that time.
Bad time.
Well, yeah, but this is sort of set in the 70s because there's like disco music. It like opens on like a disco club scene, and that's sort of the tutorial to get you to figure out how to do the mind map and how to kind of meet people, interrogate stuff, and go through things. It's cool. It's light. It's short for the tutorial, and that gets you right into it. So it's kind of, the time framing is different, but it's okay because Poirot looks fantastic. So I'm going to share. Let me share the video, because I've been talking and not showing a video of how cool this game is. Or maybe I have been, and only you guys are just seeing it now. And so you walk around, you talk to folks, you gather information, and you can see the style of the game has that kind of cool 70s vibe, to the point where even the character designs look like almost like they're wood carvings. And that's kind of an interesting take. It's like literally the details you can almost see like wood grain in a way in their faces. But it is just a series of puzzles. But what I really appreciate about this is that it's not like an open world style puzzle game where you have to find everything and figure things out and do things at your own pace. No, because it's actually a pretty faithful adaptation to the book. Obviously, the modern setting, and they make some changes and stuff here. But it's faithful in that there's like this invisible hand is guiding you, and you think you have all this open world capability to solve puzzles, but you don't, because if you did, you wouldn't be solving them in the way that Poirot, whatever, Hercule would solve them, right? Because you're him, and then you also kind of take on his associate as well, this female detective that he meets right at the very beginning of the game in the tutorial area. I believe her name was Jane. That's her in the video there. So you tag team to both of them, and you have to follow the beats of who these characters are. So it's not like they're going to give you this big giant open world of of stuff to do, there's a semblance of that. And I really appreciated that they're like, hey, we want you to feel like you have total control of how to approach this, but really we're guiding you. We're telling you which direction to go in. And I really appreciate that. I love a good adventure game, and this is like really enjoyable. I mean, I think I cleared it in like, I want to say like 9 or 10 hours, because I played like 7.5 hours, I think, yesterday, and then like an hour at lunch today in my car, and then a little bit when I got home, and I was able to finish the game after that. So really cool. And I think I will say one thing. It's not a game for everybody. It's not like an action game. There is more of that walking simulator adventure stuff. But the folks that are into adventure games, and really maybe the people who are into sort of the literary stuff, I think are really going to appreciate this game, because it does capitalize. It focuses on storytelling and really kind of guiding you towards the plot, and everything else is sort of secondary and almost tertiary towards that plot. And I think it works really well from that standpoint. It looks great. Perot has some awesome freaking style. And I know everybody on YouTube is going to say,
freaking
you guys
got swag.
Yeah, look at that swag right there, man. Dude has like this pimp suit that he's always wearing. He's got like his collar popped open. He's got chains. He's got this.
One could say he's hot.
Yeah, I say he's hot. But yeah, it's really kind of fun game. I think it's actually a really good weekend play, to be honest. It's something like a Friday and Saturday would be kind of fun to just sit on the couch and play. I play on the Steam Deck. Functions great. I know it's not necessarily set for the Steam Deck, at least in the settings, but I've been playing it there and it works great. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Death in the Nile. Definitely check it out.
The Murder on the Orient Express one took place in the 2023. So Poirot looks more like an influencer in it, because it's just like, because he's kind of like this, but he looks younger, but still has the big mustache. It's just like, he's a bespoke detective, huh? That's the kind.
Yeah, oh geez. No, it's a really fun game. I'm pretty happy actually, and I'm pretty surprised at how good it turned out. So
I like this style
this
of game.
This looked neat. I remember you like posting it, like, in the Discord of like, does anybody want the code before you took it? I thought about it. I was like, this looks good. But these next couple months are a big rush, and I've got long games I'm playing. So
no, and I think that's the one thing I think a lot of people might miss this game because of that. There are so many games coming out that something like this could be could sort of fall by the wayside.
Even Microids puts out like too many of these. Like,
they do.
They did like a really good, like a game based on Vertigo a few years ago.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good opportunity for folks who are, maybe they're burned. It actually came for the right time for me, because I just finished playing last year's or whatever Pokemon Violet from a few years back. I went through and finally cleared that out. Then I went through and did the whole Donkey Kong DLC. Then I went through and plowed through a bajillion of the old demos over the weekend. I just played old demos and old indies that I had sitting on my Switch 2. And I'm like, I got to go through all this stuff because I need to clear up space because I'm out of space. Got through all that, had my taste test, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to play this on the Steam Deck. And yeah, it felt really good. So I could definitely recommend that. I've been playing another game on the Steam Deck. JJ's been playing this on the PlayStation. At least I don't know how far he's gotten. I've been playing on the Steam Deck. This is actually a Sega Genesis game. Straight up a Sega Genesis game. When I got the PR for this, it's like, hey, we made a brand new Sega Genesis game. By the way, you can get this on a Sega Genesis cartridge and pop it into your Sega Genesis.
They did that
eventually. Okay. Not now.
When it comes out, It actually came out earlier in the year on PC, and only now is it on consoles, and that is Earthion. And Earthion it's a shmup. You can see who it's from it's Wada-san. It is like really well known. It's the musician. Sorry, the soundtrack guy. It's split in mind. Anyways, It's built for the Genesis, and I remember growing up, like I was always jealous of my friends that had the Sega Genesis because the games had a totally different vibe than the Super NES stuff. And I think it was more likely than not that Sega developers were figuring out how to do things with a lot less, and they actually they thought inside the box, and they came up with some really cool arcadey style things. And Earthion is that. It's got this cool 3D effect with the ship kind of flying around, but it's a straight up shmup. And there's a weird little bit of like roguelite to it because you can improve your weapons as you're going through, and if you hold a specific tool, then the next level you go to, you can kind of upgrade things. But man, the level design is kind of basic, but the boss fights you kind of see in this video, the boss fights are sick. They are some of the best shmup boss fights I've ever played. Like, this game is so refreshing and so good, and it's like 40 minutes at most. You know, you can knock it out in 45 minutes, and I freaking love. I played it through in one sitting. Has a ton of great settings to, if you want to make it a little bit easier, and it's not really that much easier. It's just like the enemies take fewer hits, and we give you a couple extra lives, and that's it. But I loved it. I thought this was great. I'm so happy that this got sent to me. I think this is classic mid 90s shmup stuff that I freaking loved. And for me, it is the Genesis game that I would have been I'm saying freaking a lot, that I would have been really jealous at my friend's house to see. So JJ, what do you think about
frig, man?
This even the sound effects are one to one, like menu select sound, like there was like a Pavlovian response for me.
That's got to be because they're actually developing a Genesis part, so they have to stick to that rather than like the embellishments you get in like other games like this.
Yeah, like it uses what you consider to be like the Japanese Mega Drive sound font, like it's like, everything about it, even the vocalizations that are in the game are exactly like it's the Wise from your grave kind of thing from Altered Beast.
Stranger,
or even like the Zero Wing that I talked about a few weeks ago on the Toplan collection. Like it has all of these bits and pieces in it that just make it like an absolutely perfect recreation of a Genesis game.
It never existed.
It never existed, but did exist because this game just rips off R-Type all the way through. Like the weapon system and sort of a lot of
the ship design,
and everything. I mean, like it's honestly, if it's the only good shmup that's really come out in a recent amount. Like true shmup,
like a true new shmup.
I mean, like there's always mini games of them in a lot of stuff, and like there's weird stuff like the original end boss for Sonic Frontiers was like literally Ikaruga.
But like
you don't see like a full on dedicated shmup anymore.
But like they could not have picked like a better person to compose this game because they are synonymous with a lot of Genesis stuff. Like they did the Streets of Rage soundtrack. They did Revenge of Shinobi, and ActRaiser and stuff like that. Like, you know, they are a king when it comes to stuff. And like I think they're even doing something soon. I think they're doing the soundtrack for Mina the Hollower coming up. So like they're still working hard in like this sort of like this style, and like I'm a Genesis was like extremely my shit growing up. That was where I was on the Genesis side of things, so I have such a fondness for Sega and all of it. Sort of like aesthetically, a lot of it is subpar to the Super Nintendo for various reasons, like and stuff. But I don't know, like you said, developers, especially the Japanese developers, really sort of
they figured it out.
Like, they figured it out. They knew it's like the late era Switch stuff where everyone was like, I know what I'm doing. I know what to do here. No,
it's this game. This game is.
I kind of wish
easy recommend. Very
easy recommend. I actually,
everybody.
the second I started playing it, I sent a link to my friend who's also a massive Sega Genesis guy. He took 2 seconds and he's immediately bought it.
Nice.
He was all in on it. Yeah, no, this game is a short list of favorites that
Yeah.
I've played.
Yeah. It's surprising. I didn't think a shmup would
Yeah,
get me so freaking.
I wish I could have played it
like,
with a Genesis controller because I've got like
yeah.
I'm sure I have the means. I've got all kinds
Yeah.
of adapters and stuff, but
Yeah.
like at the
When
same
they get
time,
that card
I
out,
want
baby, you just throw
Yeah.
it in there.
I'm gonna listen. I got my sitting right
There you
here.
go.
My Sega
Ooh.
my JVC XI.
Love it. But no, this I had a smile from ear to ear
Yeah.
playing this game. I'm like this, and again that 40-minute length because that's the
Yeah.
length of the
Yeah, it's a
games of
shmup.
the era, right? It's like
Yeah.
this was. Yeah, I got it. This hit everything perfectly, and it's funny because I played this before I played the Agatha Christie game that I also reviewed. But man, just so good, so good. Can't recommend it enough. I mean, everybody should play it because it is literally that good of a shmup game. If you grew up in the playing games in the 90s and 2000s or like 2000s, like this is perfect for that. Like everybody who touched the Genesis can love this. Everybody who wanted to get a Genesis but was in Super Nintendo land like I was can play this and enjoy it. So yeah, it's just solid experience. So good.
I will get it when the physical cartridge comes out.
Yes.
I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna get it. Screw it.
And then we have another review game by the one, the only, the Nerdy Crow right down there. Tyler, you've been reviewing a game.
Yep. Not done yet. I'm about 24 hours in, and that is counting the like 8-ish hours that I put into the demo, which is the full prologue chapter. But that is Trails in the Sky first chapter, which is the remake of the first Trails in the Sky game, which is the start of the Trails or Kiseki series, which is kind of one of the like big like underdog. They're getting a lot of attention. Like I see them in like the spaces I frequent a lot, but they are kind of like the underdogs of like the JRPG space. Kind of like the big, like very much like tons and tons of like continuity. Like all the games continue off of each other. Big like fantasy world, like very well realized, good world building. That's kind of the things that they're known for. So because of that, the place that you start with a game like this is usually at the beginning, which would be Trails in the Sky, this game. That has been kind of awkward for a number of reasons because I think this was like originally a PSP game. There is a PC port that that is fine. Like, I originally played the PC version. There was a Vita version that added like some new art and voice acting and stuff, but that was Japan only. So really in the West, the only way to like play it was like on Steam on PC, which not everybody likes to do. I'm mostly a console player. I will play stuff on PC when I have to, and I did for these games. But I got to about the third game and then kind of like hit like a series burnout, like not hating it, just like I've played 2 of these like 80-hour RPGs like back to back, and it was like in the middle of COVID, and I'm like, I need to take a break. And then Trails from Zero came out in the West, and I just kind of lost track of it. And then right as I was thinking about getting back into the series, I started hearing rumors about a remake. So this is me coming back and committing to the entire Trails saga. So that being said, it is very interesting they went for a remake rather than a full remaster. Because I think a remaster would have been fine because it would have been in the same art style like Trails from Zero and Trails from Azure, and then they go to 3D in Cold Steel. But it takes a lot of stuff that I know is from like later games. I know Zach has played like all the games. I think he's kind of the Falcom guy here, so he can speak up if he needs to. But I know that like some of the newer games have like this hybrid system of real-time combat for like quick battles if like they're super underleveled enemies, and then like you go into like the normal turn-based stuff for boss battles and like regular fights. It's like that. Yeah. And it feels great. It feels really fun to play. The battle system is not that much different than what I remember from the original Trails in the Sky. It is turn-based, but it is kind of like positional. The original was like it was like a grid. You could like actually see the grid, but this is more like you have like a big circle and you can move around in the circle. I think a lot of games have done that recently.
Yeah.
And then a lot of attacks are like positional based. Like you'll do like lower their attack if you do Estelle's hurricane move on the side of an enemy. It's so like the battle system's been really fun to deal with, but really with a JRPG, we're here for the story, and the story is absolutely the standout here. And I know a lot of the twists because I played the game before and I've played the sequel. And it's a good one. Like if you like a good like long running fantasy series, like this is the one for you, because I've been Kingdom Hearts pilled since I was 10 years old. The idea of like having to play every single game in a series, most people kind of are turned off by that idea. I love it. That is kind of what actually brought me to Trails in the first place, was the idea of like, I like this in Kingdom Hearts. What other games are like this where I have to play every single game in order if I want to have the best understanding of the series? And this is absolutely one of those games. So you definitely want to like look up the release order and play it in release order. Because it is one of those where you've got to just stick to it. It exists in like a very, very long running world. It's in its own continent. Every arc takes place in a different country. So this is the first game, so that it takes place in Liberal, which is a kind of a smaller country.
Baby.
It takes place in which is a smaller country that was recently like invaded by the Erebonian Empire. They were able to fight it back with their use of a kind of a new technology called orbital technology, which basically like lets people use like magic abilities and kind of like electricity, kind of like a catch-all for like letting them kind of have like a lot of advancements in technology. So it is really it's a very interesting mix of like classic like high fantasy stuff, but then also like a lot of technology. Like they've got airships, trains, stuff like that, cars, and guns. It's always fun to have a fantasy game with guns. But main character Estelle, she is going to look for her father with her adopted brother Joshua, and that's kind of like the crux of the game. You're exploring the country. You are a bracer, which is kind of like a they're not really a police force. They're kind of like just like a citizen watch group that kind of like takes on jobs protecting citizens from monsters, solving crimes and stuff like that. So you're going across the country, doing stuff as a bracer, looking for her father, and it's a slow burn. A lot of people say the first chapter is a really slow burn, which can turn off some people. I really enjoy that slow burn. And it really kicks into gear with the second chapter, which I think they've confirmed is going to be remade as well.
Yep.
And probably the third game as well. There are 3 games in the Sky trilogy, and then after that, I'm not sure what they're going to do. The one thing that I will say about this game that I think is going to be kind of interesting if you do end up using this as a jumping on point to get into the series is I'm going to come at it from another game series that I've been playing recently, which is Yakuza. So Yakuza started with, I started the series with 0, which was a prequel. And then I played Kiwami 1, which is a remake of the first game, Kiwami 2, which is a remake of the second game. And then I moved on to 3, 4, and now I'm on 5. So I played 3 of the newest games in the series with very refined gameplay, a very refined story stuff. And then Kiwami 2 is on the Dragon engine, which has no load times when you're going into building, stuff like that. Feels very good. And then I went to Yakuza 3, which is very rough around the edges. There was their second PS3 game, very rough combat. Kind of feels like a lot of mini games that people love are in very, very rough form in that. That is probably going to happen to people that play Trails this way. You're gonna, if you wait for a remake of second chapter and then probably the third game as well, at some point you're probably going to hit that point where you're like, oh, well, now I've gone to the old stuff and it feels kind of weird. I can probably get over that. I will be just fine. I've been enjoying it with Yakuza. It hasn't really like deterred my enjoyment at all, even if they've announced like a Kiwami, or they haven't announced it, but there's rumors of a Kiwami 3. And I'll be fine with Trails, but I do think that some people are going to feel a little weird having to eventually go back to such an older game. I don't know if they're going to do like Trails from Zero and Trails from Azure. Those took so long to come to the West.
Dude, yeah.
And they are still in that old 2D pixel art style, which I love. I really love that. I kind of miss that in this game sometimes, but it looks so good in 3D. You do get the little sprite
Really
on the loading screens, which is cute. It's a really cute reference. But that is going to be the one thing where I'm like, you know, if you're not sure about that, like going back to older gameplay after having like such a refined earlier, you know, like kind of like glimpse of the future experience, maybe you should start with the original Trails of the Sky, install the mods that give you the Japanese voice acting from the Vita games, and then go through that way, especially if you don't want to wait for the remake of the second game. It'll probably come out pretty soon. It reuses a lot of areas, honestly, so it'd probably be pretty quickish for them to.
These guys will pump out games like nobody's business, man. That shit's gonna come out so fast. It's not even gonna matter.
Yeah, they're also really quick about getting games out, which I'm discovering as I'm kind of getting more into it. So that is like the one thing where I'm like, you know, if you're not sure about that, maybe hold off. You know, if you want to wait till the remake of the second game is out so you can marathon them both, that's great. I would kind of recommend maybe taking breaks between them so you don't get series burnout like I originally did. Because I will probably be ready for second chapter by the time they actually get it out. But no, I've been having a great time with it. It's felt really good to get back into this world and see it in 3D with English voice acting. It has been. I like to play a lot of JRPGs with my wife. Like I'll play and like she'll be on the couch and like watch the story and do other stuff during combat if she's like not interested in watching that or whatever. And the Japanese voice acting is great. Don't get me wrong, and I will do Japanese voice acting for a lot of stuff. But you know, sometimes it's hard for her to pay attention if like she's knitting or something. So I really appreciate English voice acting for games that I'm playing with her. And that makes this a lot easier to do with her. And the English voice cast is great. And it's been a big game of like, okay, wait, I know that person. Who's that from? You know, oh, that's, you know, oh, he played Lelouch in Code Geass in the English dub, and oh, that's Cassandra Lee Morris. She did Morgana in the Persona games. So that part's been really fun, and the English voice I think a lot of the cast is consistent with the English voice acting in the later games. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen on Wikipedia and stuff like that. So that's great. In that case, I think the only games in the West without English voice acting again would be Zero and Azure. They did not do any English voice acting for those games. But yes, definitely play Trails. I've been enjoying my time with it a lot. It's a long game. I'm still technically in chapter 1, which is really chapter 2 because there was a prologue. But also to keep in mind of how long it is, whenever I got sent the review code, which was about a week and a half ago, I wasn't done with the part that the demo covered yet. So I just loaded up. I just redeemed the code and jumped into the full game. And I also have trophies missing because they didn't unlock where I played it in the demo, which is a little annoying. But I think that's a PlayStation thing.
But, are you playing it on PlayStation?
Yes, playing it on PlayStation 5. Sticking to the console. I have a Portal, but we've been sticking on the TV with that. And it runs great on the PlayStation. Solid 60 frames. It actually has 120 frames per second option, which this game really doesn't need. But it looks neat. I've toggled between it a couple of times. I was like, I'll stick to the 60. You can kind of tell the dip in the quality enough to where I'm like, 60's fine, especially for a turn-based game.
If you want a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon situation with this episode, Koshiro did the soundtrack for Earthion, who also did soundtrack work for the original Ys and Xanadu games. So he's got a direct Falcom lineage.
Dude. So the Falcom, they have an in-house band, and they fucking rip. They're awesome.
Yep.
I want to just kind of add stuff here. Just as the person that normally would have reviewed this game. So the things that I've seen, like about this game that just are little notes that I just want to touch on is the script is it's different. It's not like bad where it's like so drastically different, but it's like the amount of like love and like kind of like anguish that went into that original script and like the differences is kind of interesting that they redid the script because they already have a
Yeah.
really amazing version of the game already. There's like just like it's very they've trimmed it down, but also you got to think about it. It's a very thick, game. Like they're like books long of text, So it's
Yeah.
like there's gonna be edits there.
And there's a lot of
But
minor scenes that don't have voice acting as well, which I think did have voice acting if you had the voice acting mod for the PC version, which isn't a huge deal. I'll just read it out loud.
But I mean, like that's just like normal for like JRPGs at this
Yeah.
point. But I want to just kind of say something. So like he keeps Tyler kept reiterating it's this like long form story, and like the most recent one that I played, Trails Through Daybreak 1 and 2,
Mhm.
you play as a cop in one of the other nations that the nation that you are a part of in this game are warring against, and they're kind of in there's been some things going back and forth like weapons of mass destruction type sorts of things, right? But in that game you get to in the games going forward you get to kind of see the like socioeconomic and political impact of all these wars that you're a part of in different stories, because like all the stories kind of take place within different organizations in these nations. Like one, you're in the bracers, and the second one, you're part of this like combat school that are like your children being trained to fight in war, like with these big massive mechs and like the kind of implications of that. And then in this one you're like a beat cop, so you get to see all these different kind of levels of this encompassing world that you the player have so much context for because you've played the games, and the characters don't have context, but what they're saying adds to the tapestry, right? It's really impressive how they're able to kind of do this. But also, like I always say, these dudes, they be spitting out games every year. East is like consistently awesome, and the Trails games are consistently like mega, like 1,000-page book JRPGs. So it's like it's really. I think Gung Ho helped do some stuff on this one, which is good.
They're the publishers. I think at least in English, I know Xseed was the original.
I hope they had some help with development because like I always say in the Discord, they're a team of like 55, 60 people, and they're pumping out 2 games a year. It's like
wild.
Yeah.
Come on. But yeah, they make amazing games. Play East 1 and 2, 2 of my favorite games of all time. And also that series also has a consistent story told throughout. It's told out of order, which is kind of fun. So like you'll hear the main character's age, and you're like, okay, so this one happened this time. So it's like really fun, but it's still a consistent story too. They're just crazy over there. Anyways, buy this game. I think.
It's really good. And definitely like you by the time you finish this one, the remake for second chapter will probably be out, and then just put the other games on your wish list on your platform of choice and just buy them whenever it's on sale. Which is what I've done. I've got like basically the whole rest of the series on my wish list, and I'll be like, okay, there's a sale. Which one of these are on sale right now? But no, very, very good game. Definitely looking forward to finish it. I'll probably try to like write like a full review when I'm at least closer to the end. I would say the end, but you might not actually get a written review out of me until like January. So
right. Okay. I know there's more things that we can talk about, but it's already like we're knocking it in an hour and a half. I wanted to get to a couple quick little things here. So for those folks that may remember, good old Stefan did a did a sort of interview news post about a cool indie that's coming out sometime ish. It's called
done when
Lady
it's done.
Yeah, it's called Lady Dracula, and they just released the
Mm.
demo for Lady Dracula on Steam. So you guys see my screen, right? You can see Lady
Yep.
Dracula.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can hit add to library, like I just did. You can hit download demo. Yeah, let's get it going.
Yeah,
I'm
install
downloading
to
the
that
demo.
C drive.
Go ahead, baby.
Whoa.
C drive. So
The
yeah, you guys
feature
can
is
do that.
here.
Thank you again to the folks behind Lady Dracula. Goth Donut Games. So yeah, definitely check it out. They're in the
They're
Discord.
good
I'll say
people over
they're in the
there.
Discord, so they always chat with us. So
Good
good
people
stuff
over there.
there. And then we have a couple questions that I wanted to go over from our SideQuesting questions through Super SideQuesting, which is the Discord section for the Patreon. That's where we ask the questions. We have a question from Stefan. He says, "What's the hottest thing you've ever eaten, and what happened?" Let's go around the table here. Hottest thing you've ever eaten, Tyler?
Oh God, I'm going first. I don't have anything good right now. I've witnessed a lot of people eating hot things. The
Okay.
thing whenever I was working in a grocery store was they would absolutely just like get some. Yeah, they would get the ghost peppers and eat them on a dare. And I do remember a dude got a ghost pepper, ate it, and our like all the cold stuff was like at the very back of the store. And we were at the registers. Ran a full sprint back to the milk and grabbed like a whole like whatever of milk and like ran back.
Jeez.
Like he was dying. I'm not like I like some spicy stuff. I'm not like the challenging like I'm gonna like eat the super hot thing. I'm like, you know what? I'll stick with like medium, mild if my wife is eating it too. Like
JJ, what about you?
The Guatemalan insanity. No, that's a Simpsons joke.
The
no, I have a baby palate. I cannot handle spice in any way, shape, or form.
Of course we can.
I only eat it when it's funny. So it's like I had like I don't know, what are those like? It's a million Scoville piece of caramel or something, and that was okay. That was okay. Nothing happened to me. I didn't shit my brains out, so I'm fine.
So I used to work at a factory before I worked at this old TV station. There was a guy that worked there at the factory that grew his own peppers.
Old Pepper Joe, we used to call him.
I mean, his name is Brent, but
which is why the name was weird.
Brent.
Oh, Brent. So he would grow his own peppers, right? And like anytime when you're like freebasing anything, there's always that kind of like you don't know what you're making sort of thing, right? And he would he would like grow peppers and just hand them out to people.
Yeah.
And oh my god, like I have a pretty high tolerance for like spice, and that shit is crazy. Like it was nuts. Like he told me, he said, "Dude, this one's hot. Only take half." And I'm like, okay, I did it, and it was just like an insane amount of like spice, and then he was just like popping them in his mouth like nothing. So like that's the guy. But yeah, he was just he would come to. He would be really, really cool to have on the show, to be honest. He was a gamer too.
Nice.
Yeah, he made G gamer or just gamer.
Just a normal gamer.
Okay.
Speaking of coworkers that would make their own stuff at the same grocery store job, I knew a guy that would make his own moonshine. So
hell yeah.
Ooh.
So we similar to that, one of my manager, actually my boss, had habaneros last year, and he brought them in from his garden. He brought them into the office. Like, check out these habaneros. Don't eat them because they're too hot. These were like the second hottest habaneros on the Scoville scale. And I'm like, man, habaneros. I ate jalapenos all the time. They sound the same. I have a very high tolerance for heat. When I go to like get Thai food or whatever, I tell them I want the hottest. My local Thai place says, I asked them like one time, I'm like, I want the hottest you have. They're like, okay. I go, no, the actual hottest you have. And they're like, do you want white people hot or do you want actual Thai hot? I'm like, I want actual Thai hot. Yeah, that was my face swelled up, but it was great. But at the office, I'm like, I have a high tolerance. Yeah, I'll take a habanero. He's like, yeah, go ahead, take it home, and you could mix a little bit of it into some salsas or whatever. I'm like, no, bro. Whole thing in my mouth, raw dog, that habanero. Everyone's like, are you okay? I'm like, man, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And the heat numbed my mouth so fast, but I started to hiccup like freaking crazy. Like just tears were streaming out of my face, and I'm violently hiccuping for probably about 40 minutes. And they were ready to call like our on-site medical team. I'm like, no, guys, I'm okay. I'm okay. And the worst part, not up here or even right here, it was down at the bottom when I had to go out because, oh Lord. So I had that at about 9 a.m. until about 5:30 p.m. That was a rough afternoon, man. So yeah,
that's why you got to do this stuff where you have access to milk, like when I was in the grocery store. Like,
another question we had from Zero. Oh, he said not a question, but if you mentioned the lady directly, we did. So he's gonna be streaming the demo whenever we end here. He says so. Hop on to Zero's Twitch page. He said it might be streaming.
Hell no.
Yeah, screw this guy.
Zach has some It's Will to watch, probably.
Yeah, right.
I definitely will.
Exagenous says, which one of yous is getting Dwarf Fortress Physical Edition?
Not me.
None of us. There you go. That's the answer to that one.
Yeah.
Stefan says, game-related question. There was that recent study about inverted and non-inverted controls. What's your approach? The only time I use inverted controls is vehicle stuff. Well, I was born inverted here, so I'm sticking with inverted. No, I use the regular controls.
Alley's an
No
innie.
No inverted.
maybe I'm weird. I just stick with whatever the game defaults to. Like, I rarely have been like, I need to change it.
I can think precisely one time I ever felt the need to change the default control situation, and that was like when Arkham Knight decided that the tank needed to be controlled like the worst vehicle on the face of the earth.
That's the only time. Right. Same with like the recent Tomb Raider games. I had to change them because the old games were the tank inverted, blah blah. Yeah.
Inverted all day, boys.
Never.
No.
But see, exactly, like if there was an older game where the default was inverted, I don't know, I just stick to it and then I get used to it within like a few minutes.
It's the thing, like what was it? I think GoldenEye was inverted by default for aiming, and that's just how my brain doesn't think of it as inverted or not inverted. I just think of it as default. If the default is inverted, it's not inverted to me. That's just the default.
It's not inverted.
Yeah.
There's no vert here.
Yeah.
No, I'm one of those people that whenever I get a new game, the first thing I do is open up the options and go through every single tab and see what there is. But I always change it to inverted.
You're one of those guys that goes into the thing. Well, if you look at the person like a camera and you tilt the stick.
No, I mean, so whenever I played Okami, my favorite game of all time, there was this habit.
Inverted.
Yeah, there was this habit that I developed that I would do where I would like move the camera like this, right? So I'd be moving the camera. And then I would move my character, but I would like move my character with the camera so it wouldn't look like the camera was moving as I was going forward. I started doing that in that game. And for whatever reason, this is what like forced my brain to be like, this is what we got to do now. So like, that's just kind of, I always have to have it feel like that where I can do that if it allows me. I don't know, but that's just where it started. And then my brain's been changed ever since. Okami did a lot to my brain.
Yeah, let's say Okami really did a number on your brain, man.
You know, that's like the game that really just kind of defines everything in my life. I was thinking about Okami 2 the other day, and I got scared. I was like, please no, please, please don't be bad, please.
I need to play Okami. I've bought it like 2 or 3 times, and I need to play it because I think I had it on like. No, I didn't have the PS2 version. I think I had it on like PS3, and I think I rebought it on like PS4.
It's the best. it's the best Zelda game, man. It's just kind of
It's amazing to see how long ago Okami HD was at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like digging through my
Waiting
PlayStation
for that
3.
eventual remake. We got one more question. Zero said he's piggybacking off of that. He says, if anyone else prefers left stick free lurk like him. Yeah,
I
So
don't
is that
even
like
know-
left
fuck
stick
is
for
that?
camera
I don't
instead
even know
of-
what that implies. Are we talking like we are moving my head with the left stick? I don't.
well, I think it's like, are you moving with left stick or are you moving with right stick?
Yeah, I'm moving with the left stick. That's normal.
Yeah.
You sound insane here.
Yes.
The only other thing that I can add to the controller debate, we're having this heated debate, is does anybody use the claw method?
No.
When they're gaming?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
I used it like a couple times and I couldn't do it anymore.
If you want to see me get heated about control stuff, I can't do like melee attacks on like the shoulder buttons, like R1 and R2. Like the newer Assassin's Creed's changed to that. I think like God of War, and like anytime I'm like going into the option, like give me whatever puts attack on square. I cannot do it on these shoulder buttons.
Yep.
I have started playing everything on this crazy ass thing. So like my brain is being actively rewired by this thing every day. It's getting worse.
Inverted. There's only the up button. Friends.
This is how you should play
That's
games, by the way.
That's Clark.
Yeah, sure.
I'll do that sometimes if like a game really needs me to hit
Dark
like
Souls,
two buttons
dude.
at once.
Yeah,
But like
that's Dark Souls and some like high competitive FPS that like really want you
Right.
to like have your hand there for the grenades and quick reloads and shit.
sometimes if it's not a serious action like heavy sequence, I'll like eat a snack and play a game one-handed. Like just like just
I also do that as well.
Yes. I plan on doing that shortly as I'm about to go play some more games that I don't have to review actually. Actually, no, I do have some review stuff.
I think this podcast has gotten too long for us to do more trail, so my wife is probably going to read.
But gentlemen, I thank you for sharing your wonderful experiences with myself and with our viewers and listeners. You all are wonderful dudes. Thank you for the beer stories, Zach.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you for the Earthion magic.
Yeah.
And the memories.
The memories.
The memories. Tyler, thank you for the it looks like I'm tickling. Thank you for tickling. Thank you for the trails. And thank you all for just a wonderful discourse about everything. I
Discord.
have a pleasurable time chatting with you.
We've had Discord tonight.
We've had Discord. You can find us in the SideQuesting Discord. Just go to sidequesting.com, scroll down, click the button that says Discord, join us. A lot of great people there. You can find us SideQuesting TV on YouTube and Twitch, sidequesting.com on the Blue Sky. And you can find us individually in a lot of these different places there. You can find Zach. He's just a gamer. He's down in the Discord.
He's out there gaming, man. If there's games, you'll find him.
If there's games, you'll find him. Thank you to I'm looking at the chat. Thank you to all the viewers, all the folks that were chatting and giving us some great notes. You guys are beautiful people, and we appreciate you. And we hope to see you on the next episode of the Side Quest. Remember to rate, like, do all that fun stuff because you guys are beautiful. Thank you. See you in the next episode.
Subscribe.
And subscribe. And tell people to subscribe. Call grandma and tell her to subscribe.